Live here. Finally back from my little breather from my Florida vacation and work and all things. It's now the weekend. Um, Finally going to be reviewing model airplanes again. And here we go with the first one. First request that I've been getting quite a bit is, when are you going to review the Air Hogs Mini Storm launchers? And finally, today is the day. So here we go. This is one of them that I have in a box. The box is kind of beaten up because I had these for many years and moving around to several locations. There's one in its box. There's another one that's not in its box. So yep, I got two of them. But I had these for many years. You may have seen them in cameo appearances in some of my older videos and mentioned them a few times, but never had the really good chance of reviewing these things. So today is the day, I suppose. Many years late, but hey, it's 2016. These were released in 2006, so 10 years. So let's get on going. Released in 2006, this is the Air Hogs Mini Storm launcher. As the name suggests, it is the miniature version of the large Storm launcher, which was famous for being an amphibious vehicle that can also fly, going on land, sea, and air. And I'll show you a picture of the original Storm launcher in a moment. Yep, that's it, alright. Anyway, let's take a look at a box of the miniature version. As you can see here, it says Mini Storm launcher, shows all the good features. And then there's the front of it. It says insane all-terrain, insane speed and stunts, intermediate, blah de blah, and all that good stuff, including the fancy box artwork and that stuff. Opening up the box should reveal the transmitter, which is your standard Air Hogs 2-channel deal. It has a spring-loaded throttle, you know, the ones that we always dread. See? Spring-loaded. On and off switch, and also a charge switch to charge the unit using the charge bay door. There's the charge hose you plug into it. There's the cat. And left and right here, directional with directional thrust. And then this is your trim knob here to change the like the directional balance of the motor, so you know it's turned in one direction or the other. I just had issues with the trimming, and you'll see in a minute of what I did to fix that. And what I did with some of my other old Air Hog planes is, when we take a look at the unit, here it is. It is made out of a very strong foam, similar to my Phoenix. You've already seen my Phoenix with its super strong body. And anyway, and the Storm launchers, as you can see, these have taken a real beating after like almost 5, 6, or 7 years I had them. I didn't buy them when they were first released. I got them in 2008 or so. And I liked it so much I got two of them. There's the second one right there. And here's the first one here. And aesthetically it does look similar to its bigger brother, but there's a few minor differences. First off, the propellers are pushers, not forward facing, which is kind of weird. I don't know, I guess it's more efficient, but they should have done that with the first one too. But then again, this one is not waterproof. The first one is, the big one is. And another thing too, the original Storm launcher had a horizontal tail section. This one, it's removed and only has vertical stabilizers, and there's no elevator, just a perforation in the foam that's elevated slightly, so it does have somewhat of an up curve, so it can still fly. And of course, wheels on the bottom. The big Storm launcher only had big plastic skids on the bottom. There's the on and off switch, charge dock. Here's some of the damage that this one had taken. As you can see, there's a little, that used to be a little skid on the bottom for like running around the ground, kind of gotten beaten off. And then there's some patchwork added due to this because, you know, it did take some damage, but these things are like Nerf footballs. I mean, seriously, I flew these things hundreds of times and crashed them probably 100 or so as well, and they still kept bouncing back. They're not in pieces, and that kind of gives me a story. This is the reason why I do not have the original Storm Launcher. I did have it back in the summer of 2008, along with these mini Storm Launchers, but after the first 3 days of me flying it, I was flying it one day. It flew quite well, but then suddenly a gust of wind took it and crashed it and broke it into 3 big pieces. And we patched it up, but it never flew the same again. And we returned it to the store we got it from, which was a Toys R Us. But this mini Storm Launchers here have pretty much held up very well since then and kept them. So I'm not sure if the electronics themselves inside these have stood the test of time, but the bodies sure have. So, hey, quiet down, cat. Anyway, as you can see, this one here also gotten beaten up. I used hot glue to patch this one up. You can't even tell it's been damaged in the back there. See, the pontoons are a bit banged up. Yeah, not sure if you can focus on that. No? Oh well, but anyway, as you can see, that's what they look like there. Another part of the box, of course, is the antenna. And this little thing here that you put in this hole here. See that hole? Put it in there to protect the propellers, but I didn't really use it because the propellers are strong just like everything else on this plane, so it didn't really bother me that much. So, as I said, charging one of these bad boys is pretty much the same for all other Air Hogs aircraft. You just take out the built-in charger, plug it into the little inlet here, and make sure it's the right way though, or else it won't plug in. Hold on 1 second. And then press the charge button, and you should get a flashing light. It should mean charging, flashing, you know, charging, whatever. But I'm not sure if it's I'm not sure if it's gonna charge this because it's pretty old. But hopefully I can get the other one to work. Yes. Oh, there we go. There we go. Blinking light right now, indicating it's charging. And then when the light goes off, it's fully charged. So I'll be back. I'll show you a little bit of a quick driving of this thing, since I can't really fly right now. It's kind of dark and windy and cold out there. So I'm gonna try and run this thing a little bit around. I know this thing has some steering problems, so I'm not sure how well it's gonna perform driving around this living room. So here we go. And as you can see, you can't really steer it that well. There's not a lot of ground to cover, but hold on. I'm sure the flying part will be more interesting than the driving, but trying to get a good look of it. It's hard for me to steer and hold the camera. So it's kind of a little of the genuine driving. Probably drive a lot better when it's outside, not inside. See, it's only going to the left. There we go. There's some spins for you guys. See, this is basic ground stunts that you can do with the 360s in a couple directions. Pretty cool. Yep, there we go. There's a quick sample of some driving of the mini Storm Launchers from Air Hogs. They're now 10 years old, hard to believe, but they are now. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Hoping to review some more classic Air Hog planes in the future. Hope to see you then.